Hello everybody. Today I just want to point out some older buildings and how the ground level is just really out of whack with them. And it's my belief that there was actually a cataclysm, maybe even a series of cataclysms in the 1600s that as one of the side effects it deposited just layers and layers of mud, dirt, earth, and it engulfed these buildings, and then we've been digging them out or destroying them altogether. So I just wanted to point out, this is the old Boston State House, and as you can see, there's probably a whole other floor here, but it's underneath the ground. And you can see here these windows getting tinier and tinier, and you have an entrance going into the second floor. And this is pretty common with these buildings that we're going to be looking at, but I don't think this building was designed like this. This building was built, and then this event happened, and then people just refitted these buildings, and then we've been given false dates for these buildings is also my belief. This is a good example right here. So this is an older building in Finland, and if you take a look at this side of the building, you can see there are 3 floors at least. So here we go, we have the same patterns, and if you look on the other side of the building, we've got the first floor, you have the second floor, and this whole third floor is covered by earth. So I think this is good evidence that this building, it was built prior to whatever event happened, and then this cataclysm happened, and it covered, it's basically engulfed portions of this building. And I would speculate that this entrance here, the actual entrance to this building is probably a lot lower. But this is just another example how that they put an entrance to a higher level in the building. But I hope you could at least see that, and you're going to see this pattern happen a lot. So let's take a look at some of these other buildings. Halifax Academy, we're told it was built in 1877. And again, you have what appears to be 1 floor, 2 floor. I'm going to guess there's at least a 3rd floor here, and you can see the slope here. And if you look at the front of the building, 1st floor, 2nd floor, and there's no 3rd floor, and you can see these windows here are blocked off. And again, you have stairway going to the 2nd floor. And let's see what else we can find here. I'm just jumping around. Colorado. Again, 3rd floor, buried, windows buried, there's no 3rd floor, there's a door that is literally on the 2nd floor. This is a good example because this is in Australia. It's a old Masonic hotel, 1900. Here you can see that these windows just, you wouldn't build it like this. You don't, trailing windows off into the ground. And you can see there are probably windows here too. What I like about this building is it also showcases this, I like to call them free energy antennas. I don't think these were for flags or for lightning. So where are we at now? Richmond, Virginia, 1906. And here you can see, windows getting smaller, being covered up. San Francisco, look at these windows here. Door, they had to just kind of extend this window, turn it into a door. And so that's about it for that. But I also wanted to point out this church. This is called, I believe it's St. Mary Magdalene Church. It's in Omaha, Nebraska. And in the 1920s, there was steep hills, apparently, in a certain portion of Omaha. And so they had a project where they wanted to level the streets and get rid of these hills. And since Omaha's earliest days, 6 steep hills, it vexed the residents. So city leaders knew that if the hills weren't conquered, there would be no development. Okay, so they began a series of projects to remove the hills. Over the years, some people sold their houses and businesses and moved to other parts of the city. Those unwilling to sell often found their properties condemned. So basically what they're saying is a lot of structures got destroyed, and this just happened to be one that survived the cut. But I've got some pictures of this I'd like to show you. Let's go back to here. So this is the current entrance, or was before the project, and they've made this ramp, and this goes up to here. So pay attention to this ground level. Let's go to the next slide. Here they're starting the project, and they're just getting rid of all this the earth, but you can see that this ramp going to the entrance is still here. And this is the shot that I really want to focus on. Let's get in more. Let's get a tighter shot here. Alright, I hope you can see now. This is the ground level. Maybe I should zoom out a bit more. Okay, so here was that ground level slope that you saw. Here was the ramp they put in, and it led to these, to this set of stairs, or sorry, to that doorway. But see how far down this goes? I mean, what, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. So this article, it doesn't really talk about, well, why was, like, what happened to cover this church? Like, what event actually did this? So I think this is a really good example, because you can see here was the ground level, and then you can see it. And so this building, this church, cathedral, it was around. It wasn't built in the dirt, in the mud, and then some event happened, and I think you can see it. So I kind of just wanted to point it out, and this is after the project, and they've done a good job of leveling the ground, but you can still see some windows here. So I'll leave it there, but I just wanted to kind of show you that, you know, late 1800s, early 1900s, there was a lot of attempts to get rid of architecture or level the ground, but you can see that something isn't right. But we'll go into it further in other videos. But for now, that's it, and thanks for watching. Bye.